Hi, good evening and welcome to Sports Sunday. I am Julian Gibson, the Bahamas Softball Federation Round Robin Tournament into day number 3. Yesterday, let's take a look at all of the highlights. Ezra Petty, they call him Fat Boy. Well, he gets a hold of this flat pitch and drives it over the left field ahead against the fence. Ezra Petty going to third base. A stand-up triple. AGC Big Tuna, where they put a good spanking on Andres Champions. Getting a piece of the action also was the Heat. Eddie the JC Bethel, this drive to left field. Left fielder can't handle it. AGC Big Tuna would go on to win the ball game 14-11. Andres, I got to put you on my Christmas shopping list because you need some uniforms right away. The Sharks, after losing to the Cats on Friday night, where they came out biting on Saturday night, they won, beating Long Island Ladies. The final score, Sharks chewing them up 18-2.
We just had the off night the first night. But now that the girls in NPS said we don't have no persons who pitch that slow. And we had to get adjusted to it. The girls made the adjustments over the last 2-3 games. And you can tell by the scores. 17, 18, 16. We gave up 2 runs the whole day. So the girls made the adjustment, and I think we're ready. And like I said, from day one, we can win the whole hog.
Well, Bishop, you might have to share that whole hog with the Grand Bahama ladies. Make some space at the dinner table for them. Grand Bahama ladies blasted Abaco ladies. The final score, 12-0. In the nightcap, the Island Luck Truckers and Big Tune out of Eleuthero. Come on, Truckers, stop complaining. Truckers lodging a protest saying that Edmund Charlie Binks Bethel should not be playing with Eleuthero. Well, officials would work it out and Binks would be allowed to play, and Truckers would go on to beat Big Tuna in extra innings, 6-5. Despite the loss, Edney the JC Bethel believes they can still win the round robin tournament.
We had a long day today and we get in 2 good games, and you know, the guys look sharp, and, you know, we're going to be very deep. You know, we're very deep. When you say very deep, we're very deep in the lineup. And, you know, once my defense on the infield can hold, we're going to perform and we're going to play well.
Well, at Government House last night, Sports Minister Honorable Charles Maynard called the class of 2011 that was inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame an elite class, all deserving of their placement.
This class of 2011, even more than those inducted in the past, have earned our admiration by paving the way for successive generations of athletes. This diverse group were athletes themselves, but were also coaches, mentors, and sports administrators. It has been long established that the composition of a country's social fabric is strengthened when its people show its appreciation and gratitude to those who have truly proven to be trailblazers.
Now, part of National Sports Heritage Week, the Legends played baseball yesterday morning at Windsor Park. Our Nico Scovalla took them some rubbing alcohol, Bengay, mineral ice, and painkillers.
The Legends were out in full force yesterday at Windsor Park to participate in the Hall of Fame Legends baseball game. With the weather perfect for playing, legends like Fred Papa Smith, Ed Armbrister, and Eddie and Farquharson all took to the field to enjoy some good old-fashioned baseball amongst old friends. Ed Armbrister spoke more about the significance of the event.
What it's really all about is not to forget these legends and for people to know who they are, especially the young ball players that are coming up. Because the legends are the guys who paved the road for these youngsters. And, you know, I'm looking for them to take a slow pace run into first base and just make a laugh out of it so that the spectators could understand that these guys are now 60 and we don't expect them to go 100%.
2 of the legends, Godfrey Aeneas and Adrian Rogers, did exactly that, enjoying their time at the park and reminiscing on old times.
Yeah, I probably take it easy, but I hope to play a little bit, maybe some second base. I can't throw from third base no more.
Well, he used to play third base. He's a hell of a third baseman and a pitcher.
Yeah.
I don't know if he could be able to reach now.
I can't reach.
From third base or maybe the catcher.
Right.
Theodore Teddy Sweeting, Secretary General of the Bahamas Baseball Federation, also gave his input on the importance of the event and the gathering of so many iconic baseball players.
I think it's a great occasion for the ministry to utilize this year for a Legends game in baseball. And, you know, we made a decision just to go for almost like 55 or 60 over to allow the players from that era an opportunity to enjoy this moment and to be remembered.
Also, Eddie and Farquharson highlighted the importance of remembering the legends and also mentioned that other measures should be taken to commemorate them further.
You need to know your foundation, and you could build. I think we need to write a book on Bahamian baseball history so people could have an appreciation for baseball in the country. They'd be able to know exactly, how baseball started and where it is today and where it intends to be in the future.
For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Nico Scavella.
The New Providence Basketball Association set to open up its new season on Saturday, November 12th at the C.I. Gibson Gym. League president is DNA candidate for St. Thomas More, Keith Belsey Smith. Jonathan Benson spoke to him about his plans for this season.
There are two new teams, BTC, Bahamas Telecommunication Corporation, and also the Bank of Montreal. They applied and we accepted to bring them in. There's one team that will not be there from last year, and that's BTVI. So there's a total of 12 teams divided in two divisions of 6 teams each. We had other applicants, but because of the tenure and the length of the schedule and the number of games that we would like each club or each team to participate in, we thought it better and prudent that we limited 12 teams.
Now, up until a few years ago, the MPBA was divided into 2 sectors, one for the more experienced players and the other for those just getting onto the night league scene. With this in mind, we asked Smith if the league would ever consider going back to that format, considering the fact that they are having to turn teams away.
That has stretched us a bit in the past, and we've talked about it, and it's on the horizon. We have to look at the landscape of the availability of players to fill those roles. When we first came on board a few years ago, there were 2 divisions, but it caused some financial problems and also problems in the quality of the teams that were there. We found that a lot of the senior teams were just made up of individuals who were trying to buy their time or one step from retirement. The most exciting part of the game back then was the Division 2, where the young players were. So one of the things we did as executives, we decided to fuse both of them together in order to bring one solid product to present to the people. And as you know now, and you can see, the league has gotten much younger, it's become more competitive, and it's more entertaining now. But in terms of the future of the game, when we implement our mini and junior program, that will be the stepping stone into developing our Division 2 programs. But there are some things that we have to do first to make sure that the foundation for the development for players in the future is there.
Now, in terms of the upcoming season, Smith is expecting good competition all around, but there are 2 teams in particular he has his eyes on.
Some of the teams who made it to the playoff in their first year, like the Rockets and the PJ Stingers, they themselves know what it takes now and know what needs to be done, and they're very excited. And some of these teams have been working out for a couple of months now, as opposed to previous years when everybody waited until 2 weeks before the season started, then they started putting things together. But they understand, they realize now what needs to be done, and it's not going to be an easy road, but it's going to be an exciting one.